Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. There's a weird glare in my glasses and I hope that's not too distracting. Anyway, my name's Tesslark, and today I'm going to show you how you can use epoxy resin, alcohol ink, and glitter to make a really beautiful 3D resin bloom. It's been a while since I've made one of these flowers and I am so excited to craft today. As always, all of the links that I used for this project will be linked in the description down below, so all of that information will be down there for you, and let's just hop into it. To save some time in this video, I went ahead and I pre-mixed my resin, and I'm making a couple different projects today, so I mixed up a big batch. But the resin mold that I'm using today holds approximately 100 milliliters of resin. Because I'm using two colors to make my bloom, my first step is going to be to section off some of that clear resin into two smaller containers. And I'm just pouring about 20 milliliters or so into each of those containers because I won't need too much of the pigmented resin because I'm only making one bloom. After I've got that resin sectioned out, I'm going to go ahead and add my pigments. And today I'm going to be using Alcohol Ink by Pinata Colors. I really like this brand. I find that I get pretty consistent and really good results when I use it. So the white that I'm using is Blanco Blanco, and again, that's Pinata Colors. And once again, I will have all of the materials that I used listed down below, so if you're curious, all of that will be there. But when you're mixing pigment with resin, you want to kind of go slowly. You can always add more pigment, but you can't take it out. So start with just a few drops and mix thoroughly, making sure that you scrape both the sides and the bottom of your container as you go. You can check on the end of your popsicle stick to see how pigmented it is, and you can always add a little bit more. And for my second color, I will be using Teal Alcohol Ink by Pinata Colors. It's always a good idea to give your alcohol inks a good shake before you drop them into your resin, just to make sure that the pigment hasn't settled to the bottom of the container. Once again, just mixing that up. And for this one, I found that it was a little bit too translucent, and I also wanted it to be a little bit paler. So I ended up adding, a bit more teal and then also 1 or 2 drops of white to this as well. And while we're on that subject, it's absolutely fine for you to mix different colors of alcohol inks or even alcohol inks and pigment powders together and get different hues or different shades that are completely unique. Once I'm happy with my blue, I'm going to go ahead and mix up my glitter that I'm going to be using for the center of the flower. And I'm using chunky glitter in Champagne Gold, and this glitter is from Let's Resin. I don't need too much of this glitter. Again, it's just going in the center of my flower, but I'm pouring a little bit of that glitter in a small container and then just drizzling a tiny little bit of resin into that. I want to keep my glitter in a paste consistency so it doesn't spread out throughout the entire piece. And really quickly, if you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful so far, please don't forget to give it a like. It really helps out my channel a lot, and it lets me know that I'm making content that you guys find valuable. Okay, do you see how this glitter is kind of staying together on the popsicle stick in a little clump? That is exactly what we want. So before I move on to the next step, I'm just going to hit all of my mixed resin with the heat gun, and that's to pop any air bubbles that are forming on the surface. My next step will be to transfer my blue and my white resin into some sandwich baggies that I'll be using as piping bags. So I've just got a clean empty cup that I'm using to hold open my bag while I scrape all of that pigmented resin into the bag. After I've got all the resin in there, I'm just going to try to get as much air out as I possibly can before sealing it up and then twisting it up and setting it off to the side. I don't recommend cutting your bags open until you're ready to use them, just to minimize the mess that it's going to make because the resin will start spilling out. Also, as you can see here, I'm obviously wearing gloves and I have some silicone mats down on my desk, and that's to protect the surface of my desk. You also want to make sure that you're working in a well-ventilated space and or using an air filter or air purifier. Next, I'm going to pour a layer of clear resin into my mold, and I don't want to fill this mold all the way full because I will be pouring a background of black onto it, and the resin that I'm using to make those blooms is going to add some volume as well. So I'm just waiting here to see where the resin levels out to. I want to make sure that I'm giving myself enough room to work. And then just hitting it once more with the heat gun, again to pop any of those bubbles that are forming on the surface. Next, I'll use a popsicle stick to get that glitter and put it right in the center of my mold, and that will also be acting as the center of my bloom. And once I've got my glitter down, I'm going to carefully cut the tips off of my piping bags. And you just want to cut the little tip off of it. You don't want it to be so big that the resin is coming out really fast and you can't control it. If you do cut it too big, you can always just squeeze that out into another bag and start again. As you can see, I've also got a paper towel down here in the background just to kind of minimize the mess. Next, I'm going to use my pigmented resin to make concentric circles around the center of the flower, starting with the outside and making my way to the outside of the mold. So starting with my white and going in with my blue. And I recently had a comment saying that they get blobs in their flowers. And as you can see here, can you see where there's the little white blobs where the white resin kind of connects? I find that that's typically where that happens. And see right here, I'm just using my popsicle stick to drag that into the center when I start to make the bloom. So I pretty much intentionally put all of the starts and finishes of those circles in the same place so I could try to take out that big blob or those big white blobs. Anyway, I hope I explained that all right, and I really hope it helps. Now that I've got my petals, I'm going to hit this once more with the heat gun, again to pop any bubbles, and then I'm going to be letting it cure almost completely before pouring this next layer. And you do want to let your resin set up almost completely before pouring the background color onto it, otherwise it's going to blend together. But for my background, I'm using a black epoxy resin by Let's Resin. This resin's kind of fun because it's already pre-pigmented, so I don't need to add anything to it, which is really convenient. It's also just a 1-to-1 ratio of hardener to resin, so very easy to use. So I'm just measuring out equal parts of resin and hardener, and then I will mix those together really thoroughly for about 5 minutes or so, just to make sure that it's really thoroughly incorporated. Always when you're mixing resin, make sure that you're scraping both the sides and the bottom of your container as you go. And I like to mix my resin kind of slowly. I do have this footage sped up, but I think that it helps minimize some air bubbles. Now that I've got that resin mixed up, I'm going to pour that onto the back of my mold. And I really just want a thin layer of this black, so I haven't filled it all the way to the edge. I'm using my heat gun to heat that resin up because when the resin is warm, it's a little bit less viscous, a little more liquidy, and it's just easier to push around. But I'm taking a little too far, so instead of tilting it, I'm just going to use my popsicle stick and drag some of that resin onto the corners of the mold, because as soon as that resin kind of catches onto the corners, the rest of it is going to follow suit. Once I've got a nice layer of that black resin down on the back of my mold, I'm just going to hit that once more with my heat gun and let it cure completely. Alright, so I went ahead and I let my piece cure overnight. So it's nice and hard, totally solid, and let's go ahead and pop it out of the mold and see how it turned out. Beautiful. I love how delicate these petals came out. It's really kind of frilly and lacy, but you definitely get that flower pattern. The glitter in the middle is so stunning. Overall, I'm so happy with this piece, and I can't wait to hear what you think of it in the comments below. I definitely think adding the black background really made this piece pop as well, but if you'd like to see it with just a clear background, leave a comment and let me know. As always, thank you so much for being here, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, leave me some sort of space related emoji just to confuse anybody who hasn't made it this far. As always, I really hope that this tutorial inspires you to make something of your own today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!